Hello, my name is Adnil. I've got pretty dressed up for this story, Seminice clip. Very lovely, isn't it? Brings out the sparkle in my eyes. Today I'd like to tell you a story about the poo in the pocket. Now, first of all, I think it's really important that I just give you a little bit of ground information so that you don't think that I'm completely insane. When I was about 17, I went out flatting. For those that don't know what that is, because children never leave home today, that is when you get to an age because you have a job and you go and you live outside of the family home because that's good. I moved in with 3 other guys and a girl, really big house, we all had our own room, but there was this one guy that just decided he was going to play tricks on me all the time. And the tricks started getting pretty nasty, like I'd go to jump into bed at night and he'd literally ripped out these old thorny rose bushes out of the garden. And I don't know if you know anything about rose bushes, but thorns can create some pretty bad cuts and welts on your body. So after that, or I'd come home and all my furniture would be in the front garden, which that in itself you think, not funny. When you've just finished work and you've got to load all your furniture back into the house, raining, and this person, you know, has upset things. And I did say to him, you need to stop doing this because I will get you. And obviously he just decided not to take me seriously. Anyway, this particular day, that was really important. I needed to tell you all of that stuff so you get the next part. We used to go to the river quite a bit, as opposed to Facebooking and spending all our time on PlayStations and things. We actually went outside. Anyway, and we went to the river and this guy had taken off his wind cheater, which is a little jacket that stops the wind getting to you, left it next to the side of the river and went away while to eel or whatever it was he was doing in the water. Meanwhile, I thought, I know. So I went and grabbed the wind cheater and I went into the forest that was lining the sides of that was a big, large, stony area. Then you had the river, and I did a little poo in the pocket. And I zipped it up and I took it back to where it was and just stood on the sideline, right away on the sideline. Behind me directly is forest. We've got nice big stony, soft stones, and the river. So I see him coming out and he walks towards the wind cheater. And by this stage, a bit of a wind had come up, so it was sort of a bit cold. And he put the jacket on and zipped it up. And I'm looking at him from the back. So all I've got is his back. And I see him feeling his pockets because he was naughty. He was a smoker. Smokes in one pocket and a lighter in the other. And you could see he's got the cigarettes out. He puts his hand in, trying to feel for his lighter. Puts his hand in, and then I see him go. Then he turned around and looked to me, and I'm like... And then he started running. Did I mention he was about 6'4"? So every sort of step he took, you know, I had to take about 4 or 5. Very hard to run when you're laughing. Your legs sort of turn to jelly. You're sort of like... And anyway, meanwhile, he had run back to the cars because we'd come in about 3 cars in convoy, and took a crowbar out of the boot, and he was chasing after me through the forest with a crowbar. I still, at this point, thought it was really funny because every time I turned around, there was this big lanky bloke chasing after me with this crowbar and probably a bit of poo on his fingers. And meanwhile, there were other people chasing after him as well. Anyway, long story short, we all ended up going back to the flat. Remember, children, that's another name for a house. We went back and everyone was thoroughly disgusted with me and felt that I should apologise, which I was saying, no, I don't feel that I should. I've got cuts all over me from all the horrible things that he does to me. Meanwhile, he was in the shower, and so I thought, you know what? I will apologise. Now, in those days, we didn't have shower curtains, or, well, not in this particular flat anyway. And then he was, there he was in the shower, and I walked in there and he immediately hit his bits and he was telling me to get out, get out. He was actually saying worse things than that, but I won't repeat it. And I said, no, everyone feels that what I did was terrible, so I've come to apologise. And he was going, get out, get out. And I said, no, I really can't leave until you accept my apology. I accept your apology. I can't leave until you accept nicely. So in the end, He accepted very nicely, and he moved out soon after. What a shame.